Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're once again going to discuss several leaks that I managed to find and that I think are pretty interesting to talk about. As always, all of this information comes from fairly credible sources. Alright, now let's move on to the main topic. Today, Hoyoverse finally released the drip marketing for the version 4.4 character, and as many of us already expected, that character turned out to be Himiko SP. From the drip marketing itself, we can clearly see that Himiko SP will once again follow the erudition path with the fire element, exactly like her original version. The information regarding her path and element has actually been circulating within the community for a very long time already, so this part wasn't really a huge surprise. However, what might become the bigger discussion point is her appearance. Personally, I really like Himiko SP's design. She looks far more commanding and feels quite different compared to OG Himiko. What do you guys think about Himiko SP's model shown in the drip marketing? In today's video, we'll be discussing everything we currently know about Himiko SP, starting from her overall concept, kit mechanics, and even the characters who may potentially have the best synergy with her. But before we get into all of that, there's one important piece of information regarding Beta 4.3 that we need to briefly discuss first. This information comes from Seal Leaks. A few hours ago, Seal Leaks shared a post stating that the beta will officially end on May 19th, which is today. That means there will be no Beta V5 for version 4.3. The next phase after this will be the CE Creation Beta, or Creator Experience. And of course, the Creator Beta phase typically does not include any further gameplay changes at all. It usually only contains the finalized V4 version of the characters in preparation for the official release. Honestly, this is fairly understandable considering the Honkai starrail version 4.3 special program is already scheduled for Friday, May 22nd, which is only a few days away. So realistically speaking, there simply isn't enough time left for a fifth beta version. So basically, we can conclude that Morblade's kit development officially ended with Beta V4. And honestly, that's pretty surprising. As we already know, Morblade received extremely good treatment throughout the beta process. In fact, he continued receiving buffs all the way until V4 without suffering any major nerfs. Although the follow-up attack buff was eventually moved into his E2, it's still honestly surprising that Morblade managed to survive all the way until the end with a kit that feels this strong and satisfying overall. Alright, now let's move into the main discussion regarding Himiko SP. Let's start with the basics. As we already know, Himiko SP is the second main push character of the Plan Arcadia patches after Silverwolf SP. And because she holds main push character status, she naturally became one of the most highly anticipated characters in the community. Usually, characters with this kind of status receive far more special treatment compared to ordinary releases, from animation quality all the way to gameplay mechanics. From a gameplay perspective, Himiko SP is heavily rumored to become an ultimate-based erudition main DPS. Although technically no source has fully confirmed this yet, almost the entire community currently agrees that this is the direction Hoyoverse is taking with her kit. The strongest indication comes from the new Navigator Relic set introduced in Beta 4.3, which was very clearly designed for ultimate-based DPS characters. Because realistically speaking, Hoyoverse wouldn't release an entirely new relic set without having a specific upcoming character in mind. So this becomes an extremely strong hint regarding Himiko SP's intended playstyle. Next, let's talk about the kit information we've managed to gather so far. Based on information shared by Sakura Haven around 3 weeks ago, Himiko SP is rumored to possess an enhanced basic attack system with 3 enhancement levels, which is honestly far more than most existing characters. For comparison, characters like Mighty Eye and Phanon only possess 2 enhancement levels. What's even more interesting is the fact that Himiko SP's ultimate reportedly does not deal damage at all. And from that detail alone, we can probably conclude that Himeko SP uses her ultimate primarily to activate her enhanced state rather than as a direct source of damage itself. But then the question becomes, how can she still qualify as an ultimate-based DPS if her ultimate doesn't actually deal damage? Well, the answer likely lies within her enhanced basic attack mechanics. Most likely, enhanced basic attacks will be categorized as ultimate damage. And honestly, this concept isn't entirely unfamiliar. It's actually fairly similar to Moorblade, where his extra skill counts as follow-up attack damage. Because of that, the Navigator Relic set would still remain extremely relevant for Himeko SP even if her ultimate itself doesn't directly deal damage. Lastly, let's briefly discuss the characters who are currently rumored to become teammates for Himeko SP. Since we already covered this topic before, we'll keep this section relatively short. First, Uncle B via Galaxy Leaks stated that Himeko SP's teammates will likely include Welt, Sunday, and Dan Hung PT, with Sunday eventually being replaced by Robin SP later on. However, it's important to note that Mortis previously claimed that Welt would not actually become Himeko SP's best-in-slot teammate. Interestingly, this information somewhat aligns with what Uncle Red Note via HSR Italia also mentioned, where they listed Robin SP, Sunday, and Welt as possible teammates. According to that leak, Robin SP and Sunday are expected to function as batteries for Himeko SP. And honestly, that makes perfect sense considering Himeko SP appears to be an ultimate-dependent DPS character. On the other hand, Seal Leaks brought information from an anonymous source they considered fairly credible, claiming that the rumors about Robin SP being Himeko SP's teammate are actually fake. According to them, that information originally came from September 2025 and is most likely outdated by now. And finally, the most recent information comes from DK2 via HXG, who stated that Himeko SP requires Astral Express members as teammates, although her team does not necessarily need to consist entirely of them. So perhaps we can assume that having one or two Astral Express characters in the team may already be enough. The Astral Express members currently include Welt, Sunday, March 7th, Evernight, Trailblazer, Dan Heng, and Dan Hung PT. From all the information currently available, Sunday and Welt seem to be the two names that appear most consistently across multiple different sources. Meanwhile, the third and fourth slots remain highly debatable, whether they'll eventually go to Robin SP, or perhaps even Moorblade, who we already know functions as a support for ultimate and follow-up attack mechanics. So, that's the complete summary of everything we currently know about Himeko SP so far. Personally, I'm still extremely curious about what Himeko SP's preliminary kit will ultimately look like, because even now, the full picture still isn't entirely clear yet. What about you guys? Are you already planning to pull for Himeko SP? And which character do you think will end up having the best synergy with her? Feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments section below. Alright, with that, we've reached the end of today's discussion. Thank you all so much for your time and attention for watching this video all the way until the end. Don't forget to share this video with your fellow Honkai starrail players so they also won't miss the latest information. Your support through likes and subscriptions truly means a lot to the growth of this channel. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next discussion.